Welcome to DWI, where we are your hosts. That's Dude, that's Wax, I'm Illy, and we are DWI, and this is our Steelers segment. Fellas, whoa! As Wax said earlier, the football gods came down and gave us one today. So let me
Yes,
ask you,
sir.
Wax, being that you said that statement, that bold statement, how you feeling about this Steelers victory at the last second when they was trying to give them the game? How you feeling, my brother?
That's how I'm feeling. Like I thought for sure they was gonna spoil my Sunday, but the Steelers held tight. You know what I mean? Ramon Brown or whatever his name is came down, got a penalty, and because they literally scored, but they called it back because it was pass interference before he pitched the ball and they scored. So, but needless to say, I'm excited and I'm ecstatic to be here.
Word is
Right.
on, B. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And I feel the same way, man. Uy, let me ask you this. How you feeling about that victory when they tried to get us at the last minute? I mean, you seen the referees bailing them cats out. Granted, that penalty that they gave Highsmith, the brother was tripping, man. And when I say that,
Yeah,
I mean that with
yeah.
pun intended. But what I
Yeah, man. I had a heart attack watching this game, man. Like Wax said, like they came down and blessed us because if he wouldn't have pushed off and
right.
we lost the game that way, oh, I'd have been sick to my stomach right now.
You're right, man. I mean, like, bruh, one play going the other way, it would have been total devastation, man.
Yeah, man.
So, one thing I like to say is big shout out to Detroit, man. They played a heck of a game, man. This game was a good game, all for the simple fact that it was a bunch of ups and downs in this game, man. You figure they
Yeah,
led us off, what, 10-3?
yeah.
They led the game off, and then, like, the Steelers, they used that tough tenacity, that toughness, that physical yearn, that gut check to be able to finish this game. So I really want to say it went like this for me. The offense today played a heck of a game, man.
Hmm.
Figure we had uh you figure we had Jalen Warren with 245-yard touchdowns in a row back to back, which
Right.
put him over 100 yards rushing today. Gainwell had that awesome play, which he got a touchdown on. I mean, I feel like they were clicking on all cylinders. One thing that I will say, man, I'm a little bit worried about DK Metcalf, man, because there was a little back and forth with him and a fan today. So I'm
Yeah,
worried about his eligibility moving forward for next week, man. So,
Yeah,
AWAC, what
yeah.
you
me
think
too.
is going to happen?
Listen, I don't know if he's gonna play. If he does, they're gonna find the shit out of him. You know
I'd
what I
rather
mean?
see the
Because
find and miss the game.
I'm sure he would too. But it's not up to him.
Right.
Like that
Right.
was stupid. Like we was worried about what George Pickens was gonna do when he was here, and
Right.
this brother's crashing out now. Like, come on,
You
man.
called it, Wax. You said he had the potential to crash out.
Mhm.
Isn't
Right.
this what you was talking about?
Yeah, I mean, because like I was paying attention to the Seahawks like a couple years ago, and he was on the sidelines tripping.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know,
I'm gonna show the video real quick of him being stupid. Hold on. Like, what are you
Wow.
doing, man?
Yeah, man, you
Like,
can't do that, man. You can't swipe at a fan like that, bro.
it's like, what are you even doing over there?
yeah. What are you going to gain from that?
Right.
Well, no, I mean maybe he's feeling like he's his hands forced. I don't know, man. These young guys,
Nah,
man, it's
there's no excuse, man. Like
like,
that dude is a wreck. He's a fan. He's a broke, goofy fan. You shouldn't even be over there engaging with that dude. Who cares what he got to say? You're a millionaire. What are you worrying about what this dude says? If he says something so bad, tell on him and try to get him try to get him kicked out like LeBron would do. But like,
Yeah, you got to care in that. You got to care in
yeah,
that situation right there.
oh,
yeah,
you
but
see over in the cut was like,
right, do
hmm
that, do that, because
I
doing
mean,
what you did is a bad move.
right, and it's a bad look. And to be
Hmm.
honest, it ain't the first time something like that in Detroit happened. because the
Nah,
malice in the
not
palace.
at all.
You know what I mean? And you seen how that turned out.
What the
So
malice to the palace?
yeah,
Yeah,
Bruh, I mean, you gotta understand, man. Detroit, man, it goes down, man.
I'm sure it
right.
does. I'm
Like
sure it
it's one of
does.
it's one of them places where like you gotta come ready to go. Man, what about the bad boys? The bad boys back in the '80s let us know that way before the
Mhm.
malice in the palace. So I already come to Detroit thinking like, man, keep your eyes peeled and your head on a swivel. You hear me?
Right.
Yeah.
Because them boys, they play for keeps, man. So, you got to be ready to go when it comes down to it. But like
But
dude
Yeah.
said, what are you doing over there?
what are you doing?
Right.
Because now you're hurting us. Because we need you out there. So now
Hmm.
you probably gonna get fined. You're gonna get fined, and you're
Oh yeah,
probably
there's
gonna
no
get
way of cutting
suspended.
it. He's gonna get fined.
Yeah, he's gonna get fined, and he's probably gonna get suspended a game. Hopefully it's just a game. You know
And
what I
I
mean?
hope
Because
it's when we
No.
play Cincinnati. Not Cincinnati, but Cleveland.
right,
I hope it's when we play somebody, that don't have enough firepower, even though
it'll
they play us good.
Cleveland. Cleveland's
it'll
the
be
next
next.
game.
Yeah, it'll be the next game. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's not two, because then that'll really hurt us trying to get into the playoffs because we need him
Right.
out there.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, because
But
hopefully it's just one because they only gave old boy from Cincinnati one game for
What, for
spitting on
Spitty? You
somebody.
old potty
Yeah.
mouth, old spitty spot?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta
Oh,
right,
understand, Wax. These boys, like I said, man, they wild young nowadays. These young cats, man, they go there.
yeah.
they need some act right, man, because that ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Back
But
in our
Like,
day,
anyway,
that had these
but
missing.
about to say on a
mhm.
positive note, we ain't gonna dwell on DK too long because we got the dub. So I mean, let's stay
Right.
on the positive. Like I want to talk about that catch that Gainwell had, man. That was one of the best catches I've ever seen, man. And
Yeah,
the fact that he had like the wherewithal to get up and keep running into the end zone
bro.
Right.
was
Did y'all listen? I want y'all whenever we get off of this, I want y'all to lay on your side and imagine trying to catch a ball like this. Like
right,
something, like, I don't know how long the pass was 30, 40 yards with that thing coming down and slapping you in the hands. Imagine trying to catch that and then
right,
snagging it so it don't hit the turf, get up and then score. Like
right.
he's
And
the goddamn,
that
he's
changed
the
the
truth.
tide of the game. That
It
changed the
did.
tide
It
of the
changed
game.
the whole
Mhm.
game because at that point
He's
it
the
rose the
truth.
momentum. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say, like, dude, I was just adding on to what dude said. It changed the momentum of the game.
It
It gave
did.
us that spark that we do here in Pittsburgh,
Right,
and it gave us that testable fortitude to get up,
right.
like how Mickey said, "Get up, you son of a bitch," because Mickey
Hmm.
loves you. You hear me? That's the
Hmm.
inspiration we need. That's what I'm talking about, fellas. So I wanna ask you this, Wax, but I'm gonna ask dude first. Hey, dude. Now I'm talking to you. How would you feel like this attributed to today as far as not only gameplay, but who would you attribute this win to? Would you say that this was a win coming from Coach Tomlin? Or do you feel like the team got their poop in the group and got their stuff together? And it was more or less on the team and how they played and exercised their right to jail and have that camaraderie.
I think it was a little bit of both. I honestly think that when they booed Tomlin a couple weeks ago, I really
Yeah,
think that sparked that team, and they needed to hear that because they was playing bad, and I think they needed to hear like, yo, they needed to hear the fans give them what they needed. You know what I mean?
gotcha.
And since that, they've been playing a lot better
How
on
about you,
both sides.
A-Wax? My bad, Uwe. How about you, A-Wax? How you feeling
Say
about
it's a
that?
little bit of both. I feel like Doob does. Like, ever since they started booing, you know what I mean? They started trying to play for the coach. Like he
Right,
got
Right,
that fire again. I
right,
also point out that our run stop defense tonight was fantastic. Like we
right.
great,
held all of them to under like 25 yards or 30 yards or something like that.
And to
Like
right,
we was stopping everything.
And to be honest, man, that's the team that you worry about. That's the one you write home and be
Hmm.
like, look, man,
yeah,
I ain't scared, but they got too many weapons when it comes to the ground and pound attack. That's the team you need to be worried about when it comes to that. And we shut that shit down, bruh. Shut them down to
15,
the
15 yards rushing. They had 15 yards rushing.
come on, bruh. and that don't
That's
happen often.
amazing. And I think they're in like the top 5 of like rushing touchdowns from like the line of scrimmage or something like that.
Yeah.
Something wild, but like they get down. You know what I mean? Their running
Yeah.
backs and stuff get down.
Bruh,
So
speaking of which, listen, I never really get a chance to say this, so I'm gonna say it today. Shout out to Jalen Warren, man. He set a record today too with those
yeah,
two 45-yard touchdowns. It's a record that hadn't been really touched since what, the 40s, 45, somewhere in that area.
I don't know. I didn't know that.
Like, yeah, he set a record today, man, with those two rushing touchdowns. Like that hasn't been done, like like at that point, like
Consecutive. Right.
consecutive touchdowns like that since like 1945, somewhere in that era. I don't want to, say information that would jeopardize, you know what I mean, the integrity of our show. But I'm pretty sure that that young brother set a record with that because I was hearing the commentators say that that hasn't been done in a long time. So shout out to
yeah.
Right.
Jalen Warren because
Hey,
I'll be totally honest, man. When it comes to that ground attack, dude, and you know how I feel about that, man. I always feel like you need that bruising back. Like now that I'm in the front of the camera, I'm looking at that young brother.
This man
you
started
froze
jumping
up.
Be able
around
to
and
deliver that work, huh?
you cut
What's
out
that?
on that last part.
My man. You need that bruising back, kind of like Henry. That's going to be able to get you those exceptional yards in between the damn hash marks. That four and
Right.
5 yards a clip. This brother got two in a
Right.
row, back to back,
Hmm.
long runs, and
But here's
that's
the
what.
thing. Here's the thing. On those runs, the hole was. I mean, he couldn't miss. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this right now. I don't want to see Broderick Jones back because when your starting left tackle goes down, your pass protection isn't supposed to get better. Like and ours has. Your running game's not supposed to get better, and ours has. So I I don't think Broderick Jones is needed this year anymore. Like
yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't want to see him come back. I hope he heals
Hey,
up and everything and gets his stuff together. But
let,
he's not needed.
let me say this before I overlook it. Shout out to Scotty Miller and Adam Thielen.
Hmm.
Because I mean, even though their parts were small, they came through in the clutch, man. I mean, like I think
Yeah.
one of the two got a penalty, but I mean, like for what they brought to the field today, I'll take it
Right.
every time. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Scotty Miller wouldn't drop. He was
Yeah.
coming so clutch in like third and 10, third and 8. Like, you know what I mean? He started snagging that. I'm like, okay. Like, where
yeah.
Yeah.
was you at all year? You know what
Well,
I'm
here's the
saying?
thing: they're role players, Wax. Like you said, man, their role is not to say insignificant, but it's a smaller role. But if you do it, you know what it reminds me of? The young boy that played for the Patriots back in the day, man. What was his name?
Yeah.
That little short, shifty cat, man. And
They
then they
had
started
like
to
two
pick
or three, like Julian Edelman
not
and
Edelman, not Edelman. It was the other one. It was the other guy,
Welker.
Wes
Wes
Welker.
Welker.
Wes Welker's role was so small at the beginning of his career to where they gave him, as dude would say, those small little dink and dunk, 5 yards here, 7 yards there, something across the middle that's going to be able to get him, the notoriety of being such a debonair and sensible receiver and that catalyst
Yeah.
in that
I'll say,
department.
I didn't mean to cut you off, man. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're all right.
But with that being said, I'd rather see Scotty Miller out there than y'all's boy CA3. Because I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know
I'm
the
kind of
last
there too.
time he came through. When was the last time y'all remember him coming through?
Bruh, it's not what have you done for me lately. The young brother has an impressive resume to the point where I'm not going to question him. He's proved himself to me.
Whatever it is, he hasn't done anything lately, and he hasn't done anything big this year. Maybe one or two touchdowns all year.
You hear that? Listen, Calvin Austin III, CA3. You hear my boy Wax talking to you.
I think he got hurt. I think he got hurt today, so he might
He
be.
might have because he plays hard. But I listen, I don't want to not say this, Wax, because like I feel where you're coming from, but I do have to say this. CA3, my man Wax, this cat right here, he lives at 445
Hey,
Rutland Road.
I'm here all day, every day.
You
But
hear me?
I'm saying, I mean, we could keep him as a punt return or a kickoff return, but that's about it. We don't
Hey,
utilize
he
him as a
taking his whole
receiver.
role away.
He's 5'7", 130 pounds soaking wet,
He's
and
the
he don't
fastest guy on the field when he's out there,
he
though,
don't
Brad.
stretch the field though. He's the fastest guy on the field for what?
I got
He
you.
drops a lot of passes. He don't
He
come
don't get
through when we
open.
need him.
He don't get
Yeah, like
open.
Come on, Uwe. Now you
He
got
don't.
dudes chiming in.
He don't beat coverage. That's the thing. It's like these other dudes. They know how to beat. They can. They're bigger or strong enough to beat like press coverage. He can't
But
beat
they're
press. Everybody knows that all you gotta do is press him, and he's
I
done.
I feel like they might be a little bit hungrier at this moment because he's feeling like, okay, I got the number 3 spot solidified on you know what I mean. Like I've been here long enough, my spot is solidified. So if I miss or drop a couple passes, because we can go back to some receivers who got butterfingers, like that
hey,
Johnson guy that we had to get the hell up out of here. So I don't even want to, I feel like CA3, and my
He's a,
and
he's okay. You know what I mean? I'm not taking nothing away from him, but like if he was really really good, they wouldn't even have needed to get Thielen or Scantling.
I
So
feel you,
yeah.
but being
Oh,
small has its disadvantages. We all know that, especially
right.
when it comes to the special
and
teams.
that's why I always say we don't utilize those small receivers like we should. Like we don't use them like how the Patriots use Wes Welker and Edelman. You know what I mean? Like they used them perfectly. Like just when you thought you had everybody covered, here comes this little Smurf across the middle catching the
Quick
first
as
down.
hell. You're damn right, and that's
But
But
see
like
where.
we don't.
the thing
Go ahead.
about them though that makes them different from a Austin the third is like Austin's just he's just small. Like they're short, but those dudes are
But they're
strong.
they're stocky.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
stocky and strong. Austin's just he's little and skinny, so it's like
I
yeah.
will say this.
he can't get off of the press. Like so, it's like he's rendered powerless as soon as you put one hand on him. He's out of the play.
I agree to some
True,
point, but
true.
I've always been taught it's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the
All right,
size of the
DJ.
fight
Come on now, DJ.
I
in
know
the
you over here
dog. So
cliche and everything. Cliches ain't gonna get you open.
nah, but we're both in the same bracket if you want to be honest, because I can say the same thing about our run department. I can say the exact same thing. He's not big enough. Week after
I'll
week,
say
I'm giving him his kudos today because he
right.
showed out today. But come on, man. This ain't the end. Listen, if this was the end of the season, we would have finished well. It's not the end of the season. The hardest
Right.
part of the season is about to approach. So, with that being said, let's not act like we got that running back position in the bag because them running backs we got ain't the
I
biggest
don't
threat.
know.
And it,
I feel it is. I feel we got. I like our running. I like
I
our
do too.
backfield,
I
bro.
do too,
I
man.
like it.
I'm running back first. I think that way first. But, as I'm giving the kudos, because I do want to say this, yes, the line blocked tremendously. But you have to have a set of eyes. And what that means is that you have to be able to recognize the cutback. If that cornerback comes down, or if that free safety shows that he's getting ready to blitz, or he's not getting ready to be the last guy back there, and you're able to utilize that like he did twice, that was on the running back, bro. Yes, they opened the holes as far as doing their job as linemen. But the running back has to be smart enough to be able to either go straight, hit the left, or at the last minute, cut and hit the right. So
And
Warren is a
I
smart
think
running back,
when given a chance, they both do that.
but they're not big enough, bro. We
They
still need that Bruce
listen. There is no big backs in the league.
Henry,
Only. That's the only one, and he ain't doing shit this year.
bro.
So
He's done
he's
enough
it. He's the
to
last of a
prove
dying
himself.
breed. Is what I'm saying. There ain't no big backs. That's not
They're
how the league
coming.
is anymore.
They're on their way. Them boys in college, man. Some of this upcoming class gonna be
Man,
giving some big
them
boys, man.
niggas is gonna be tight ends or not in the league.
You think?
Hey, listen, I will say this to change the subject. Scantling got to make that catch in the end zone, man. That
Yeah, he
was a
do. He
perfect
does.
pass. I mean, he even got hurt trying to catch it, but you got to grab that one, bro.
Yeah,
You have to come down
it
with
was a
that.
hard catch. It was a
It
hard catch,
was,
but he got to come down with that. We need that.
yeah, like because he kind of like ran around the receiver and then cut back in to the end zone. You know what I mean? I mean
Right,
the defender, and then cut
right.
back in. So he was kind of slanted and he dove a little bit. But that smacked him right in the hands. You got to come down with that one, bro.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you
Like
this,
I'm
dude. Go ahead, Wax.
Good.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, I'm happy with the pickup, but like, they're trying to feed you. You got to eat.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he came through last week with a humongous catch, man. So
True,
I'm
Right.
gonna give him
true,
game by game basis like we do everybody else. You have a good game
right?
last week. This week, you don't catch a pass in the end zone, which was a good pass you could have caught. We're gonna check you on it. Like, hey, brother.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, it wasn't like no walk in the park catch, but you got your hands on it. You supposed to. He got both of them on it. You know what I
Right.
mean? You
Yeah.
can come down with that, man. Like
Right.
you've been in the league for a while now, where that you supposed to make that look easy, even
Right.
though
Right.
it
I got
wasn't.
you. I got you. Now let me ask you this, dude. How you think our quarterback did tonight?
Great. I was waiting. I was waiting. I was getting ready to bring him up. Like Aaron Rodgers, I think he's finding his stride. I think he's, what I'm saying, he finally got a nice core of receivers that he can trust. His offensive line is blocking for him, giving him time. And if you do that, like he still can sling that. He still can sling that ball.
I want to say this, Wax, before I ask you the same thing, because I want to go off of what dude said, but I almost want to add my own sauce onto it too. Gosh, hats off to that brother, man. It's hard to come into a new system being an older quarterback with everything against you. Everything is against that man right now. He's our age. When we was 5, that brother was born pretty much. So we have to look at it like this. He's one of us. He's representing the older cats. He's
Right.
Hmm.
representing the unks. So with that being said, that don't mean next week if he has a bad game, we ain't gonna chew his head off. That just means that we want to give him his flowers right now so he can smell them. So with that being said, he's a smart quarterback, man. He knows
Yeah.
how to throw that ball under pressure, and I mean from the defense coming at him to where he sees our receivers getting extra, what I mean, chippy out there
Mm-hmm.
to the point where if I throw it the right way, hopefully the referees are going to be honest enough to see that they're out there with Tawdry playing call the way it's supposed to be, even though we don't get them calls for us as much as we get penalized for them. But
Right.
Wax, let me ask you the
Right,
same thing. How you feel about our quarterback today?
man. I was happy with his performance. I think I saw like maybe like 3 or 4 plays that kind of hurt us that he was in. You know what I mean? Like throwing the ball
Yeah.
away down on the goal line. Maybe you should have just took that sack, which sounds crazy, but like we
Right.
still would have had a better, shot at the field
Yeah.
goal, I guess. But I was happy with his performance, man. He spread the ball around. Like I said, he was hitting guys that, he tried to hit everybody off at least once,
Right.
almost everybody. I don't know
Right.
like all the targets that he had, but he did good. I think he did a good job today.
I
Right.
think I think where they have him confidence wise, the doability and the believability that the team has in him, they let him make those calls on his own as far as they don't want to give him like the routes and the targets to hit. They let him do that on his own. If he's coming under pressure and
Right.
you have that little outlet pass you can throw, they allow him to
Right.
make that opposed to micromanaging him like a lot of
Right.
these other guys. You know what I mean? They
Right.
trust him a little bit more now. So and he makes a good. He has a good. He's great at decision making. I will say that. If
Right.
he's not the fastest guy, if his arm's not the strongest, he knows how to make a good decision. Like, you know what? I've seen this before. And if I put
Right.
just the right touch on it, we might be able to draw a PI out of this.
Right.
It might be an
Or
uncatchable pass,
right. Or
but
like
we might.
that no look pass he threw
That was pretty
Mount
sweet.
Washington.
That
he
Yeah.
was he was looking the safety off and then didn't even look at him and tossed him that ball, got us that first down because they wasn't around him, so because they was thinking he was looking somewhere else and he threw that no look pass to Mount Washington. Shout out Mount
Dude,
Washington too.
I was just
Yeah.
about to go there with that brother. When he gets that ball, you just get the hell out of the way. I'm gonna hear everybody talking about that at work because it's the weirdest thing to see them dudes to try to bring him down, and it's like it looks painful, bruh.
I wouldn't want to do it.
I thank
Mm,
goodness that I wasn't small enough to be a DB, man. I thank goodness that I was in the trenches at DN and fullback like I was. because A, you have to have the feet, which I was fast, but I wasn't quick. B, you have to be able to, move and hit. If you're not big enough and you try to get up under that brother, he's gonna run you over, man. And he did that today twice.
Yeah,
Bro,
he's a
Rogers
he
dog.
had
trucked
no
one
fear of
dude.
coming and getting ball.
I felt bad. He trucked that one dude. I was
Bro, he
like,
was
that's gonna
hurting,
be
man.
yeah, that's gonna be on Instagram and Facebook for the next week.
You know what
Like,
that
Yeah,
reminds me of, AWAX? That reminds
mm,
me of when Jordan used to dunk on cats and it was posterized.
mhm.
I think that's the new posterizing. When Mount Washington gets that ball and starts running cats over, I think that's the new poster because it sounds like a garbage truck falling off the Empire State Building when you hear that hit come in contact.
Like
right,
Lawrence
Damn,
Mars.
you better
right.
know. Snap
Hmm.
it, bruh. So I encourage Mr. Rogers, this is your neighborhood. Please keep feeding Mr. Washington so we can show off and show up and show out.
All right, now let me ask y'all this. Let's switch from the offense to the defense. How y'all think the defense did today?
Bruh, go ahead, Wax.
I started off. I think we did real good, man. Like I said before, we held them the run game, which you know is a main part of their offense. We held them. We shut that down completely.
Right,
I mean, we
right.
did drop a couple picks that I think would have either
Yeah,
changed the momentum or sealed the game at the end of the game. But we still
Chuck
came up.
Clark.
Yeah, yeah.
Chuck Clark missed like three of them. I'm like,
Hmm.
but he only out there because Eccles got hurt. So, but
Right.
he was around the ball. He was around the ball, so you can't get too mad because he's around the ball. But it's like, man,
He
just
made
snag
up
one of
for
them.
it.
But
He made up for it
yeah,
that last series because
right.
when old boy went up and had his hands on the ball, and I'm
Hmm.
gonna say this, my cousin Chuck Clark,
Mm-hmm.
that is Famo. Nah, that ain't Famo. He got a dope ass last name. He dumped him on the ground, and that ball popped
Yeah,
right out. So
that's a fact.
yeah, but I will say this, and Wax, I didn't mean to cut you off. So hopefully you
No,
didn't,
you're good.
or if you was done, I'd like to interject mine.
Go
Is
ahead, man. Go ahead.
okay. Listen. I feel like, dude, you brought this up a couple of weeks ago as far as the depth of our team. So we're down Watt. So what do we do?
And her big.
We have Nick Herbig going ham last week. He gets hurt. We're down Herbig. Who's number 53 that they put, or 55, 53, that linebacker they had in
Sawyer.
there?
Sawyer,
He was such a complimentary
O
linebacker today,
State.
man. Yeah, that's your boy Wax. He
Hmm.
complimented our defense so well. It was almost like one thing I can say on the record about Ohio State players: when you plug and play, when you put them in position, them boys show up, man. Like
Yeah.
from Eddie George down on to anybody else who's been dope. I even say as much as Terrell Pryor, man. I mean, he had a long time in the NFL. I just, wish he'd have
Shit,
got
Cam
some.
Haywood.
Yeah,
Hmm.
And
Cam
Cam had a
Hayward.
good game today.
Yes, he
Cam had a
did,
good
man.
game today.
He saved
Uh,
us. He saved he was able to that fourth quarter when guys like that are tired. You seen the oxygen mask out.
Yeah.
You seen those oxygen masks out. Them boys were dead because they left it on the field, man. So if we were going to rate today, I give the offense an A plus. I mean, shit. If we were going to rate today, I give the defense an A plus. Even though the
Uh,
game went down to the wire and there were so many plays we could have took off, when I see oxygen come out, stuff that I haven't seen in weeks, that
right,
lets me know that everybody has played at their highest level for
right.
me today. You know,
I would see.
everybody.
I would have gave him an A plus until the fourth quarter, and then they gave up like 200 yards in the fourth quarter. So I'll still give them like a B plus, maybe an A minus because they
That's
got the
fair.
win and they made the stops when they needed to make the stop at the end. But yeah,
I was
just
going
because
to say,
that fourth quarter almost got out of hand for us, and it didn't have to
yeah,
Right.
be.
I'd give them an A though. Like just a solid A. Like they passed the test. They bent, but they didn't break. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Facts.
and that's all you could ask for from a defense. I mean, like dude said though, it started to get out of hand, and I got a little bit nervous. I'm like, all right, we're only up by 5. All right, they're
Right.
driving and they're on the 10-yard line, but like we didn't break, man. So I like to see that, especially with next week when we're going against the Browns. You know what I mean? Because their offensive line stinks. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to see us chasing Sanders around. And I'm a fan. I'm not even going to front. Like, I'm
Me
not a
too.
fan of the Browns. I'm a fan of
Sanders.
Shador.
Me
Yeah,
too.
Right.
And
you know.
I wish that brother well, and I hope he has a successful season. But next week,
Mm-hmm.
talk. You know what I mean? Hello,
Right.
hello. Not gonna. You know what I mean? But I will say
Mm-hmm.
this, and I don't want to forget to say this. That Detroit, man, they beat a lot of people's favorite teams, man. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
man?
I do. I do. Like, the second half of their schedule, though, is where they kind of fell off a little bit.
Right.
Like how we usually do, like where we'll win one and then lose one, win one and
Right,
then lose one.
right,
And they just happen to I mean, truth be told, they came real close to beating us. So I can't really talk too
Yeah.
bad on them.
right,
Right.
But,
man. I'm just saying.
but
Go ahead,
we
my
held it
bad.
down.
Yeah, I agree, my brother. I agree. And I just, that just shows the tenacity of our defense that they're not, going to give up on this season, even though it looked a little bit rocky. How did they say at the beginning of the year? If we put things together, like I said last episode, if we put our poop in a group and get our shit together, we might have something, fellas. We might be able to take this 10-7 run and go do real madness with it. And that's how we do that. That's how we put that together, dude. Wax. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
we can do that, we're 10-7 right now. I watched which ways up.
We're not 10-7.
No.
We're
That win
nine
didn't
and
make us 10 and
we're
7.
not. We're 9-6. No, we're 8-6. 10-7 is the end of the year.
Tripping, bro. Damn. It's good shit, y'all. Cause I only seen it was 7 and
Yeah, we're
6.
yeah we're 9-6.
I'm sorry. Being that we're 9-6 right now, only way for us is up. We keep
Right.
winning, keep tacking wins on, man. I feel like we're gonna blow past Baltimore. All we need is to have them lose tonight to them
Eh,
doggone Patriots, and we're gonna
They
be
just
right on
lost.
the way up. Huh?
I just checked. They just lost, so
Come
it's
on,
over.
bro. Don't play with me like that. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Uwe. It's that type of shit that right there. Sorry, y'all. I had to say it. I had to get it out of my system. Not only are we willing this, we want this. We have that team, Wax, and I don't want to speak too prematurely, man, but this is
Don't.
what it's all about.
Don't. And let
Yeah,
me say
just
this right now. Let me say this right now
Go
before
ahead.
we go any further. I don't want to hear the whole ESPN on our jocks.
I
Let
don't
us
want to hear
go.
that.
Let us fly under the radar so we can come into the playoffs with our poop in the group and our shit together. Because as soon as they start, oh, I called this from the beginning of the year, the Steelers are going to, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, because we start believing it and then we don't come to play. You know
You
what
right.
I
know how
mean?
we got them. You know how we got them earmuffs when we go to the range. Those earmuffs, so you
Hmm.
don't hear. We put your earmuffs on. Put them
Yeah,
on
pretty
Right.
this week
much.
because it's gonna happen.
You know it is. You know it is. You're gonna have Stephen A. Smith and everybody else and their mama coming out like we knew they were gonna be a great team this whole year. No, y'all didn't.
Right.
Y'all were talking
Right.
trash when we lost the last couple, like the 2, 3 in a row. Y'all was killing us. Now y'all back on the bandwagon. No, I don't want that. Stay over there. Stay over there. Like
Hey, Wax,
you know what I mean?
that's like getting dumped right before you about to hit the lottery, and then
Mm-hmm.
she hit the lottery and she realizes that she screwed up real bad. Like I messed up. Like you sure did, because
Right.
I just hit the lottery last night. So excuse me,
We
excuse me.
ain't hit the lottery yet. Like we got like 3 out of the 7 numbers so far. Like you know
All
what I
right, well
mean?
listen. That's a good way to look at it. So I'm looking for that next win next week, man. I'm looking for that
Yes,
next set
sir.
of numbers.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of a set of numbers, y'all know what it is. My favorite time of the segment, prediction time. Ooey, you don't look certain, but you look like you're
Oh no.
prepared. So I want to start with you.
Oh yeah. This is a dub because we gotta have it, and it's the Browns. This is one of them games where the Browns will play us good because this is their Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like they want nothing more than to beat us and to hurt us. So we got to get out there and play. It's not going to be easy. And Shador is playing a lot better, but I got us winning this one. So I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna say 30 to 21.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Wax.
I'm going 28-17 us. We're going to have 5 sacks and 2 picks.
That's a good ass.
28-17.
All right, bruh. I feel like they play us the grittiest, the grimiest, man. 27-7.
Mm, that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
We're never right anyway, but like
Nah, but
it's
I
fun
always
to
like
do
it
this.
because closest man wins. We as DWI, we like to get personal victories. You feel me?
Yeah,
One of my favorite ways to get a victory is not being wrong, even though I'm wrong 1% of the time. But
yeah.
Yeah.
it's
With
hard to be
with
99.
two zeros after that one.
No, I'm just saying, dog. It's hard to be 99% all the time. Like I would
Huh?
like to. You know what I'm gonna start saying? I ain't gonna say 100 no more. I'm at 99 because I'm
Yeah,
like 99%. You know what I mean? Like that's illy. But nah, on a for real note, I would like to say this: did they win tonight? Because Miles Garrett, he's chasing this sack record or whatever, man. And I'd like to pray to a Siberian
he
God he didn't get it.
nah
nah,
he tied it though.
He
yeah.
tied it.
He
And
tied
they
it.
lost, so it's just
No,
specifically
actually no, he
he,
didn't tie
he
it.
two.
He's a half a sack. He's
Yeah,
a half
yeah,
a
that's
sack
what it is.
away. He's a
Oh,
half
okay.
because
So he didn't tie it yet. Okay, so that
no.
prayer to that Siberian God. It's a husky with a fox's face. You wouldn't
Right.
want to
Yeah,
pray.
I
Right,
mean,
right,
he's
right.
probably gonna get it against us, though. Let's just be
I don't
honest.
know, man. I mean, I
I
know
mean,
he's always
I,
out there. He's good for a sack a game. Let's put it to you
yeah,
like this.
Basically.
I mean, it's gonna be a great individual achievement, but as far as the game goes, they're gonna get bombed on. So you can
You know
have
what,
that little
Wax?
trinket.
You know what, Wax? I ain't even giving him that. Nope. Shut it down, fellas. We need a surge up front. We need a surge up front, and we need y'all to play like y'all did today. Don't let our quarterback get touched all week. Don't let him get touched when it comes to when y'all warming up and pregame. Don't let him get touched against Cleveland. Them is
Right.
our arch nemesis, fellas. Protect him like he's the president. Protect him with your life, man. So with that
Yes,
being
Right.
sir.
said, he ain't getting that against us, bro. I'm
I
saying it
hope
right
not,
now.
but I
He's
mean,
not
like
getting
he is the truth.
it. You
He's
know
starting to
why?
fire up
He
now.
is.
Like
He is. Yeah. Because
he
I'm
is the
feeling that.
truth. Like can't take that away from him. But like he's just on a bum
Right.
team.
I'm not. But at the same time, if I call the dogs and it's attack time, chopper sick balls. Period. And I mean that.
Mhm.
That don't let him get touched this week, fellas.
Right.
Not in practice, not at all.
Right.
Only time he's
And
allowed to get touched is when he goes home and he's around his family. Other than that, don't let nobody say nothing to him. We
right.
got to go into this game knowing, and we're a powerhouse when we want to be, y'all. So I'm not only willing it, Wax, I'm willing and or dealing. I'm
Hey,
willing.
where's the game at? Is it home or away?
That's
I
what I
want
was
to
just
say,
about to look at. It's away. It's away.
yeah, I was about to
Okay.
say, I want to say it's in Cleveland, and I hope it
Yeah, it's in
snows that night so we can get our revenge.
Nah, we did
Nah,
bad.
I
We
don't want
did
it
bad
to.
last time
Listen,
in the snow in
you know,
Cleveland.
let me explain something to you.
we let
You're
we
going,
let Jameson scramble on us.
we did
Right.
let Jameson scramble on us, but we didn't have the great A. Raj. That boy is from Green Bay. So we know how the snow can get out of hand out there. So he'd be right at home. So that's one
Right.
thing we didn't have last week. Or that's one thing we
I
didn't
mean,
have last season. It's somebody that, it's okay if you got a quarterback that can scramble, but snow slows you down a lot. So those elements, and then we got a quarterback who did nothing but play in the snow for the last, for the first 13, 14 years of his career. So he's at home in the snow. That's where he did a lot of his dirt at, in the
yeah.
snow. So I ain't
Yeah.
worried about
But
True.
that.
He's on the frozen tundra and shit. You
I
know
ain't
what I
worried
mean?
about that.
right. And
So,
I want to say that I want to say this. Shout out to Boz. You'll get it back. You know, man.
Yeah.
oh, no doubt, man.
You've been
Shout out,
you've been
boss.
so good that it's like, we ain't even tripping on that
No,
one
no.
loss.
Still pay that book. Pay that man. Get that
Bruh,
Yeah,
man his money.
bruh,
because I
Cause
it's
bet
gonna
he
be
won't do
like
it. I
this.
bet he won't do it twice.
Nah, he gonna do it twice. And he
He
gonna
got it
make
out
up
of his
for it.
system.
And he
Yeah,
gonna make up for it. He might hit his record next week.
and he had a
He might go to
59 yarder
Cleveland and
today.
hit his
So
record. Huh?
yeah, true. True.
yeah, he had a 59 yarder with some room to spare. So
He might, like I
shout
said,
out
he might
Boz.
hit his PR next week. Who knows, man? Boss is a cold,
Right.
calculated dude, man. And that
Hmm.
was, giving him his kudos and giving him his flowers, man. That's what this show's all about. But
Yeah, man. Big
where the
win though.
credit goes, so does the blame. So with that being said, fellas, we got a big game coming up. Just because it's Cleveland doesn't mean we can slouch them not one bit because they got a couple weapons in their arsenal. But I'm sending a public announcement out there. He is not to be touched. A-Rod is not to be touched. If he's going to go outside of the pocket, do that extra effort. You get a penalty on it, oh well. Don't let him get touched.
Right.
Only time he's going to be able to get touched after the game when they dapping up. That's the only time they can touch our quarterback, man. So, fellas, let's go. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what to do. With that being said, y'all know what they say, fellas.
What's that?
All good things must come to an end.
Yes, sir.
But we will do this. We will remind you. Matter of fact, I ain't telling them nothing, Wax, until they do three things.
And what's that?
That's like, share, and subscribe. And dude, I think you got something to add on to it.
Yeah, go ahead, get in that comment section, man. Let us know how much you like this win.
So, you know what it is. They thought we was going to forget. You know what I mean? Like, we
Right.
ain't gonna put that in there. We have to have y'all get in that comment section and like, share, and subscribe. Like my man Wax said, pass it along. Give us
Hmm.
a share.
It
You feel
costs
Right.
you
me?
nothing. It
It
costs
costs
you
you nothing.
absolutely nothing.
So we love to bring this content to you. We love to do it how we do it. But this is DWI signing off because we're going to do this, Wax. We're going to do this for them. We're going to come back same time,
Hmm.
same location,
Yep.
whole different material. Peace.
Peace.
Well,